Alrighty, it says I am live, so hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is for you. Today is the 20th of July, which means that we have 11 days left of camp if you are doing Camp Nano. I am behind. I am trying not to stress about it. And yeah, so I felt like yesterday when Abigail was on my stream for the weekend writing sprints, I felt like I finally got back to sort of my normal writing speed for the first time in a while, because I had been having trouble popping between projects and whatnot all this time. And I felt like I finally got some of my mojo back, I guess. So I'm doing pretty good. I already did I did 2 sprints this morning, and I've gotten to just like short 15-minute sprints. And so I've gotten near 1,000 words already done, which feels great. So that was kind of nice to have that extra bit of like, yeah, I feel like I can write today, pop up in the morning, which is not always a thing for me. So I feel like today's going to be a good day. So how is everybody doing? Let's see. Nikki B is here. Hello, with your precious little avatar. So cute. Tessa is here. Hello, you made it today and the doctor changed your appointment. So now you have time to write if you want, or be productive on something else, whatever it is you want. And Life of Angelina is here. Hello. Hello, hello. I hope that we all have a good day so far and after this. So yes. Abigail, hello. Hope you are doing well. Charlie, hey, hey. Megan, hello. Nikki B again is saying Charlie and Megan, hello. And hello to Abigail. And Sarah is here. Hey, writer friends. Hello, hello. Nor is here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Allie is here. Happy Monday. Exactly. It is Monday. And, you know, I didn't have lasagna, which is Garfield's favorite meal, but I did have chicken pot pie for like brunch because I don't do well with breakfast. My brain does not function in the morning because I am a night owl. And so breakfast is always kind of like, yeah, well, I don't really feel like eating yet until like 2 hours after I wake up, which I know is not the healthiest thing. But so I had leftover chicken pot pie, which was delicious. And it's only been 3 minutes and I'm already talking about food. Sorry to those of you who are hungry. Let's see. Nikki says, I'm doing pretty well, doing some math exercises on a math website you found. After that, you will either write for your blog or for your camp project. So is this math exercise something that you are doing for fun or for learning or for like keeping up math skills? I'm curious because in general, I'm not a math person, but it sounds like I remember doing like Math Blaster and stuff when we were learning to type. So things like that are kind of fun because it's like gamifying the math. Devin is here. Howdy, howdy. Hello, hello. The official Mr. P. Hey, y'all. Hey back. So Charlie says, I'm actually kind of miss doing math more regularly. When you were working on your last space opera, you had calculations to do regularly. Maybe you will do another space opera soon. Sounds like a plan. Charlie says to Mr. P, I hope this day finds you well. I don't know why you were so formal about that, but it's typed, so there it is. Yeah, sometimes that happens. So Megan says, hooray for Mojo. Exactly. Mojo is nice to have. Alicia is here. Hi, y'all. Hello, hello. Yay for getting back to normal. Exactly. Petra is here. Hi. Hello, hello. Mr. P says, hey, 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 doing well. Hope all is going well with you and the brownie bus. Exactly. Charlie's brownie bus of brownies is going to be just iconic. Doing pretty well today. Your wibbly wobblies have calmed down and you can do some of this timey-wimey stuff today. Great. I love Doctor Who. It's so great. Let's see. You got out of the habit of loving math recently, so you got a free trial for the website, and it's great. Ooh, well, if you don't mind, do let us know what the website is, and then maybe those of us who need a little bit of extra boost for math will go and join you. So Megan had lasagna for breakfast. Yes, it's perfectly acceptable. I think anything goes for breakfast. So can you really go wrong with chicken pot pie? No, you really can't. I don't think so anyway. At least because it was homemade. And so we have a pie crust recipe from my grandmother, and it just like makes this perfect flaky crust. So it's delicious when it's fresh, and I love it even when it's microwaved. My parents don't like it microwaved as much for leftovers, but I'm on board with it. So, and like, I mean, I could literally, when we cut the excess off the edges, I will literally just eat the dough because it's tasty. It doesn't have any eggs in it or anything, so it's fine. So yeah, and now you're hungry. Sorry, but not sorry. Just about any convo turns to food, you feel like you must be the common factor. I think it's just like the time zones sort of work against you. So like somebody's hungry or has just eaten or is in the process of going to get food. And so like that kind of whenever you have all the different time zones jump in, it's eating time somewhere. So it's kind of like the country song, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. But it's eating time whenever. So let's see. You will have an announcement about it soonish. Ooh. The brownie bus. Dinner for breakfast is the best. Yes. Agreed. Agreed. Lizzie Lakes. Hello. Welcome. Ooh, I don't think I've seen you and your avatar before. Let me make this a little bit bigger so that we can see it. Oh, how cute. I love that. Did you draw it? It's adorable. I love the little star glasses. Yes. Maybe I should leave the comments this size. We'll see. All right. Kai the Minion says hello. You accidentally blurted it out on someone's private stream last night, so there are people who know. Ooh, secrets. Abigail says, don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, if you do hit the like button, it makes it easier for other people to find, and we will get started shortly with our first time sprint, our first timey-wimey thing. So Nikki B says, I have hangnails. Someone sent me. Oh no, those are the worst. My nails are getting to the point where they're probably going to start doing that soon, and I'm not looking forward to it. So Alicia's making avocado toast right now. I know, we want secrets, we want spoilers, we want to know. So you are new, you just found the channel. Yay! You made your picture on Pic Crew Character Creator. I saw that and I got sucked into it for a full sprint on somebody else's channel. So yes, it is very cute though. I love it. All righty, so let's do the first sprint. And for me, like always, I like the 15-minute sprint to start us off, to get our brain into the story, to make sure that we get whatever we need to hydrate, whether that's coffee, tea, water, whatever, Slurpee, who knows. Whatever it is that you need to hydrate, make sure you save your document if you are working digitally. So we will get started with this first sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, that was the end of the sprint. How did we do? I think I have some math to do, although not very much. So 8, 9, 10, 11. So 501 for me that time, which is actually what I got the previous time before I started the stream. So not too bad. So yay. Alrighty. How did everybody do? I am let's see, I can see that the chat is moving a little bit on YouTube itself, but they have not appeared in StreamYard yet, so I can't actually click on them. But yes. So I have finished one scene this morning, and I think halfway through another. So my goal is to, I guess, get done with this second scene and maybe get about halfway through a third today. Do at least that. So yeah. But let's see. Okay, so Michaela is here. Hello, you got 219 words. Very nice. And Abigail got a video edited. Yay! I have not done any actual filming and editing for a while, so I should probably do some of that, but I keep saying that. I'm just dawdling away again, so right on brand. Lizzie got 418. Nice. Let's see. 324 for Kai the Minion, and I just realized I did my math wrong because I had a brain fart moment. Boo. So I got 411, not 501. There we go. I knew that seemed off. I was like, that's a lot, but it's not as much. But I got 411. There we go. Math. It is not my strong suit, so apparently I need to go be on the math program and practice my subtraction. So 324 for Kai the Minion. So embarrassing for me. You didn't do very much, but you hope to be more productive next sprint. That is okay. That is what the first sprint is for, is just to kind of get your brain ready to write. Let's see. It makes a total of 1.5 hours of writing for today. Nice. That is fantastic. That is great, especially if you're counting your sort of goals for the writing by hours and whatnot. But that's a nice chunk of time that you have been able to do creative work today, which is awesome. So Life of Angelina, doing some editing for your week 3 Camp Nano vlog. So not sure how to track the progress of that. You did work. You probably did some cutting or some adding of sound or some adding of effects, or the cutting is always the longest part for me, because I always have to figure out where I said all the ums and try to take out as much of those as possible while still having the integrity of the sentence and whatnot, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense because ums don't usually, they don't need to be a part of the sentence, but a lot of time I say and then immediately go into a next syllable, and so it's harder to cut. I'm trying not to do that, but so Devin ate lunch since we were talking about food. You got hungry. Sarah is also editing a video. So we have a lot of people are editing vlogs and whatnot, or just regular videos. Got a little bit done there, but then your husband came home from a dentist appointment and you had to talk financials. Those are some very important conversations that sometimes have to be held. So Mr. P did some cleaning. A whale. Is it your desk or just your house? Because my desk is in severe need of cleaning and organizing. So props on you for actually doing cleaning and not just kind of like, I'll do it later. So good for you. Tessa got 466, trying not to edit as you go. Gotcha. That is difficult sometimes. Petra got 515. Woohoo! Brand new short story on the way. Excellent. Excellent. 222, nice repeating number. Words on the misadventures of Garen the Shadow Keeper about why it's dangerous to whistle into the wind. You are being a bit silly today. Well, yes, that is, there are many reasons you could go with, and hopefully yours is fun and silly as well. So eventually, yes, you browsed Wikipedia for ideas. Wikipedia is fun for ideas. And I think I've said this before on a different stream, but one of my favorite places to go is Post Secret, and look through the Post Secret archives, because those just spark ideas for me. See, Lizzie started chapter 6, where the girl protagonist is working at the grocery store and the boy protagonist comes in. Ooh, do we have a romance? Fun, fun, fun. And is it, since you've said girl and boy, is this going to be sort of like teen and YA age range? Or is this going to be like the beginning where they get to know each other as children or younger, and then they grow up and eventually, I don't know. You'll have to tell us more. So the quiet adventurer is working on algebra summer school. Boo. Well, algebra is at some point useful. I think out of all of the math that I learned in high school, algebra was the only one that I really use on a regular or semi-regular basis. Geometry I occasionally use, usually when I want to rearrange my room. But algebra was by far the most useful. I know that's not what you want to hear, because algebra and math in general is not fun for me. So Allie did some brainstorming for this week's Flashback Friday. We should all join with Allie. So Leanne writes on Instagram, puts it together with a picture prompt each week. So there's Flashback Friday, and then there's Flash Fiction Friday as well. And I'm not sure if Flash Fiction Friday is separate from 15-minute Fiction Friday. There's a bunch of those. So Friday is like the all hail, like, quick writing day, apparently, on Instagram, which is fun. So Sylvia from Write Your Life says, hello, chat. And everybody should say hello back. So Flash Fiction Friday is the hashtag for... Oh, it is Flash Fiction. Okay. Well, if you get more coffee, that means another 200 words for your word count. Counting by hours. Excellent. You understand that. You cleaned your desk yesterday before the stream because it was bothering. Well, I have like all the earrings and whatnot that I wear and change, and I just have the habit of take it off and I put it over on my desk, and then eventually it will like migrate itself back to either the hooks that are I gotta figure out directions. That one. The ones that are hanging on the door are usually like my longer or statement pieces, and then I have my actual jewelry organizer in my closet. So eventually they will migrate their way back into those sometime, but not today. So Mr. P is rearranging things on your bookshelf and going through the new supplies you got. Ooh, yes, supplies. They have school supplies out, and I'm like a kid in a candy store. Yes. I bought much more than you needed. Always, always. I freaking adore stationery and school supplies. And I have, the monitor stands that you can buy at like Target or Walmart. The ones that have like a giant drawer in them. I have 4 of those, and they are all full of writing supplies. So I have fine liners in one. I have my fountain pens and like calligraphy pens, and another one I have like the clicky gel pens, like the G2s and the knockoff G2s. I have the like super fine Pilot precise ones, the one with like the little teeny tiny wire tip. I've got those in another drawer with like ballpoint. So I have 4. And then I also have like a makeup caddy. I have several of them actually that are for my Tombow brush pens and markers and like the zebra mild liners. So I have way too much. I'm way too much. But I get you, because every year when those come out, I'm like, ooh, do I need some more highlighters? Do I need another really awesome eraser? Do I need some more? And my inner child is always like, yes, you need it. Even though my wallet is like, no. So, Lizzie, yes, unrequited love YA. They are currently 16. Girl likes the boy until chapter 12 when he betrays her. Uh-oh. Then she hates him, but he starts to fall for her. Dual point of view. Yes, the you like what you can't have aspect of love and everything else in life as well. Sometimes, not everything, but yes, that is definitely a lot of times realistic, because you don't know you like it until you miss it or whatnot. So yes, I like it. And dual point of view is also fun. And I am trying that for the first time for Project Heartbeat, which is the romance novella that I am currently sidelining at the moment. So Abigail says, yes, you use algebra the most as well. So Charlie wants to know how Sylvia is doing. Quiet Adventure, you found out you have a disorder rather than a learning disability. So you lied to people by accident. Well, diagnosis is hard. And there's not always like a clear-cut answer. And so, trial and error and figuring out how things work is just difficult. So, but math sucks for you. Yeah. Yes, when it comes to stationery, I think a lot of writers have a problem with acquiring way more than we need. So Sylvia is revising today. Ooh, I'm trying to draft rather than revise. And so far, it's going pretty well. So Charlie says, it can be difficult for a lot of people. You're not alone. Be happier, be of good cheer, as Charlie says. With patience and persistence, you will get there. Yes. And math does take time and repetition. That's part of the problem, is that you have to do it over and over again to feel any more comfortable with it. So the teeny tiny tipped Pilot pens are the best. Yes, very much so. And they do have lots of colors with them. Yes, I really like the red one. And I don't know if it's because I just gravitate towards it because people are like, don't use the red pens. I'm kind of contrary in that. Megan says, you have an entire box of lined paper because you love paper so much. You have an entire tote full of school supplies and you're trying to work through them and stop buying new stuff. Yes. And if you ever feel like you just need to like get them out of your house, which sometimes occasionally I will do, your local schools can always use them, as can your local libraries. So that's always fun too. And flare pens if you're feeling splurgy. Yes. Sylvia says, buy it all. Right. Am I supposed to say that? No. But that is what our inner writer and our inner child is like. We want it all the stationery. Give me all the stationery. Yes. You've had to stop yourself from buying stationery and notebooks. It didn't help that you used to work in a store where you could buy good quality notebooks really cheaply. Ooh, workers' discount. Those are fun. I like that. When I worked at Books A Million, not Barnes & Noble. I was about to say the wrong one. And the workers had a discount. And so I spent probably 3/4 of all of my paychecks, even though I had the discount. And it was because I was like, ooh, I have a discount. I can buy more. And so I just continually bought more. So I feel you with that. So Quiet Adventure says, thanks for the encouragement, trying your best. You will get there. Eventually, it might have to be slow and steady, but you will get there. You have a specific binder brand that you like, and you feel like you must buy a new one for each project. Yeah, I have not started a binder. Well, that's a lie. I have. In fact, I have 2 binders. Never mind. Never mind. Let's see. Charlie's working on a couple of folk tales from your setting today. You are avoiding your work in progress until you get caught up on your prompts for the world building summer camp. You have a problem with planners and journals. I counted a little earlier this year, and I had 13 blank journals and notebooks. Just 13. Like, who buys a baker's dozen worth of blank notebooks? And they're all different, and I got them at different times. And I was telling Abigail that I have my TARDIS decorated one, and I'm like, I'm saving it for something special. And then I'm like, that I never use it. And then I have one particular notebook that only has a couple of, like, it might have 10 to 20 pages used of it, but that's the one that I journaled in whenever I went out of the country. So I feel like I can't use it for anything other than international travels now. And so, like, I don't know. It's like, so my brain does that weird thing with categorizing. Like, I can't use these journals until, so yes. So Charlie says, I have difficulty reading and have to take it very slow. There is nothing wrong with having to take your time. Yes. You picked up the Sharpie gel pens because you hadn't tried them. Ooh, tell me how they are. Please do, because I was curious about those and I was so close to buying them. So you should do a review because I want to know if I need to go buy them. And you bought 2 packs of blue, black, and red ink each. Yes, your excuse for any supplies is that you can always take it to work. Exactly. So yes, I will let Charlie explain that because that is very interesting, cool website that I wish I had known about sooner. So so Charlie says, we have a whole cabinet of supplies. You live in the Queen song. I want it all. I never see a nifty journal. Whenever you see a nifty journal or pen. Yes. Totally agree. I think I feel much better when you take your time rather than rushing, because if you rush, then it's not as useful. Yes. Yes, Sylvia does a lot of really cool plan with me and reviews for planners. So she says, don't watch my channel if you're trying not to buy stationery, which I think I saw something. I put it on my watch later list for later today after the stream, but I saw that you bought a new planner on an impulse buy. So you went to the stationery section as well. So Charlie says, every 10 days this month, World Anvil is releasing 10 prompts. There will be 33 prompts in total. There are badges and some actual prizes. Yes. So Allie says, wait, Sharpie has gel pens? So yes, Mr. P, you need to do a review for us so that we can either go out and buy them as well, or we know to stay away from them. The Quiet Adventurer. You try to keep a list of subjects for whenever you get a new journal and check it off to make sure you don't overuse it. Gotcha. Gotcha. All right, we are now all caught up with comments, so let's do another sprint. Are y'all okay with a 25, or do you want to do something closer to the 20 mark? Let me know in the chat. And while you let me know, I am going to set it up so that it gets smaller and I can actually like type in the numbers. Share the screen. Is it being shared now? Yes, it is being shared now. Yay! Alrighty, so I see 25, 3 in a row. So we will do a 25. So make sure that you have saved your document from the previous sprint in case the technology gremlins are summoned somehow. And we will get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! All righty. That was the end of, oops, I never changed the banner, did I? That was the end of the second sprint. So how did we do? Let's see. I did finish that second scene and got to start on the third. So that feels nice. Let's see. And hopefully I will not mess up my math this time. Let me just get the calculator because that'll make it way better. But I think I got about 600, just under 600. Just over. Let's see. 608. So that means I think I've gotten over 2,000. Yes, so I've gotten 2,011 words for today, although close to 1,000 of that was prior to the stream. So feels pretty nice. Feels very nice, in fact. So yay. How did we do? Let's see. Abigail said you did a sprint by yourself, an hour-long sprint by yourself last night. Ooh, that's a long sprint. And you got so much work done. I cannot focus for a full hour unless I'm reading, which is weird. But good for you. That's awesome. I don't know how people focus for that long periods of time, but I guess it just, you probably have to build up to it is some of what, or if you're just really, really into whatever you are drafting or editing or whatever. But my brain is not that focused. So Lizzie got 561. Nice. Every time I see your little avatar, I just think it's so dang cute. I'm going to have to go on Pig Crew. So Abigail got your video uploaded. Excellent. Alicia read some of the book you're currently reading. How is it? Is it entertaining? Is it informative? How is it? So Tessa did 733 this time. Nice. Very impressive. And no editing. So you managed to keep your inner editor at bay. Kai the Minion got 525. Love the number. Sarah, editing is done on the video. Woohoo! Just giving it a watch to make sure it all flows smoothly and everything is as it should be. Yes, I get that. I think one of my first ones, I left a gap in between the clips. So there was just like a couple seconds of nothingness. So watching it back is important. Petra got 448 sweet words. Nice. The Quiet Adventure has one more question left. Yay! You've made lots of progress. That's amazing. And Allie is doing some revising, so 52 words. Nice. Charlie, 511 words. The Moon, for its part, was unimpressed by Garen, but didn't think it was worth his time to say anything about it. Very nice. I'm getting this sort of like arrogant, indifferent vibe. Let's see. Megan, still searching for inspiration. You wish you were one of the people who had too many ideas. Inspiration strikes at really weird times. So, you know, don't beat yourself up about it. Just if you have one of those like prompt books, sometimes that helps. Other times reading helps. I think one of my favorite books as a kid was, I got it from the Scholastic Book Fair, which was really odd, but it was like The World's Dumbest Criminals. So it was people who got arrested for really, really silly things, or who were trying to do a crime and got caught because of really, really silly things. So those are, if you're into sort of like the mystery or the comedic, those kind of stories are gold. So yeah, but don't beat yourself up too hard about ideas, because ideas come when they come. And if you are one who relies on inspiration, then you may have to relax in order for it to happen. Or you may want to just sort of like just write something. So if you want to journal, go for that. If you want to do a prompt, there are plenty of writing prompts on Instagram or the internet in general. So the official Mr. P, 0 more words, but you have started on the closet. That doesn't sound like a bad thing to me. This madness must stop. Whose idea was this? Well, your inner Marie Kondo, maybe. Just maybe. Sarah, you have a hard time focusing on writing for an hour. 30 minutes is usually as much as you can manage. When the kid is awake, you are lucky to get that much in an uninterrupted time anyway. Yes. So Alicia says your book is good. Angsty right now, though. The book is called To Night Owl from Dogfish. Ooh, that sounds like a great title. And I'm not at all biased because I'm a night owl. Not at all. Laura Nettles, I just tried to switch your initials. You took a nap and a good old lunch break. Sounds like a plan. So hello. You have too many ideas, but never when you need them or what you want. Yeah. Pinterest has some awesome prompts. Yes. And one of the things that I've done occasionally, do I have it sort of in? Yes, in reach. I have these archetype cards, and they are character archetypes. And so they are similar in some ways to tarot cards, but they are characters only. And so, but they are based on sort of like archetypes of the Carl Jungian type. So you have an angel, so they would have the light attribute and the dark attribute. So if you have an angel character who is you want the positive aspects of them to shine through, they help those in need with no expectation in return. However, if you want to show the flaws of an angelic character, they may act innocent or angelic to mislead others. Or falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. And so one of the things that I have done occasionally is I will pick 3 cards. So the first one will be my protagonist. So I might pick the priest as my protagonist. And then I would pick a second one, and this would be my antagonist. So the trickster. And then I would pick a third one, and this would be usually a sidekick, and I get to choose sort of who I want them to be the sidekick for. So the sidekick would then be the scribe. So I would have the priest be the protagonist, the trickster be the antagonist, and a sidekick for a scribe. So a secondary character, either that would help either the priest or the trickster. And so I kind of do those things occasionally when I'm searching for a new story idea or a new inspiration. So I like the idea of it. I have some issues with the artwork that I'm not like 100% happy about. I'm not happy about it. It's just, let's leave it at that, because like the alchemist is depicted as an Asian woman. And so that brings to mind a lot of the sort of like Chinese medicine stuff. And so then the servant is depicted as a Black person. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. And I'm not happy about that because, and there's several other cards that are like that. And so you have these very stereotypical images in a lot of things. So like the visionary is a brown woman with a globe and sort of like the scarf over the head. So they're very stereotypical, and some of them are racist. And so I would love if anybody knows of another archetype card deck that is not as problematic. I would love to support them instead. So if you either know of one or would like to make one, Charlie, I would be grateful. So those are, despite they are problematic in themselves a lot of times. And not all the cards are. So I may just like make my own to replace the ones that are not. So yeah, I don't know. I have very, very sort of muddled feelings about these because when I got them, I didn't realize that the cards were depicting racist imagery and stereotypes and problematic stereotypes. And so if I had known ahead of time, I would not have supported, but I did. So I'm trying to get what use I can out of them, but also figuring out how to, I don't turn to the cards as much anymore because I made a spreadsheet that I used a formula to generate three random names. So I use my spreadsheet rather than the cards, but I don't know what to do with the cards now that I have figured out that they are a problem. And then I just showed them to you as if I'm like, buy these, but they're not. Like, don't support that nonsense. So anyway, problems. Okay. I'm gonna stop that. So Allie says you keep different Pinterest boards for story ideas, character ideas, setting ideas. So if you're stuck or looking for inspo, you peruse those. Pinterest is a very colorful and interesting way. I have some issues with Pinterest as well because a lot of times, like I'll click on it for the link that it says that it has, but it doesn't actually like link back to the original blog post or idea. So it's kind of, but for prettiness, yes, absolutely. So Sylvia revised 2 pages. At the moment, you're like, did I write this? This is nice. I have had that feeling when I go back to stories that I wrote months or years ago. I'm like, this is nicely worded. I did that. Ooh. So the Quiet Adventure, you're one of the people, those people, and it can be stressful. Sometimes you wish your brain could take a chill pill. Yeah. Yeah. Finished 2-ish scenes. Hey, me too. Allie says, and then the music always is good inspiration as well. One of your work in progress is YA high fantasy that stemmed from bad decisions by Bastille. Oh, that is interesting. Alicia says, same. People with too many ideas have their own struggles. Yes. I really like the archetypes cards. Yeah, I loved the idea of them, and I still love the idea of them, but I now that I know that those particular cards, and there's about, so there, I think there's 72 cards, plus there's a couple of, no, it's 80. So there are 80 in there, but I think 4 of them are blank, so you can like make your own archetypes. But about 8 to 10 of them are very problematic. So, so don't buy them, make your own. Or if you guys are interested, I can share the spreadsheet that I made with the archetypes and sort of like their positive negatives, because that's what I did. I just made the archetypes on the left, so the names, and then the description of the positive, negative, and then the generator thing at the top. So I can share that with y'all if you're interested. Yeah. So, okay, brain. Let's do another sprint, and I can set up to where I can, because I think I did it in Excel, so I think I might have to change it to a Google Sheet, so I can maybe work on that in the sprint. So yeah, let me do that. Let's set up for another sprint, and I will see if I can figure out how to transfer it all in the time frame of our sprint. Okay, cool. Do I have a newsletter? No, I don't. I have been sadly ignoring my blog. So you're interested as well. Okay, cool. So yes, yay. Alrighty, so Abigail's going to hop off and get lunch, and we're going to get started for a third sprint. Let's see. It's almost 2:30, so we can do probably one longer one, or we can do two shorter sprints. What are you guys interested in? Two shorts or one long? Let me know, and I will start to reset this. All right, Lizzie says one long, Allie says long, Nora says long. Laura says two shorts. Life Evangelina says long. All right, so Laura, I think you have been outvoted. I'm sorry. And we will do the long sprint. So let's do a 27. Let's do that. I'm not sure how much time that will leave us at the end, but there we go. All right, so 27, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so that was the end of that sprint. And I spent most of the time getting the spreadsheet transferred over and then the columns readjusted and whatnot. So I did put the link, which I probably should have done the URL shortener, but anyway. But if you notice the word copy in there at the end, that will actually force you to make a copy into your Google Drive, so that that way everybody can have yours and your own, and you don't have to like accidentally like type on it at the same time as somebody else does or whatnot. So I got only a couple words that time. I got about 94, I think, 94 words that time. But still, not bad at all. And I wanted to share the screen again. So let me save my document first. And sort of show you what the whatchamacallit. There we go. So share the screen. Share. Application window. That's the Excel. I want this one. Okay, so this might work better if I do this. Okay, so on the column A, so the leftmost column, there are, in alphabetical order, I tried, the different archetypes, and a couple of them at the bottom, I believe, were ones that I created because the Witch and Wizard one was one that I created. So feel free to add your own archetypal characters in here. But so if it's not as substantial of a character archetype list as you want, feel free to make your own. That is fine. And then you have the light attribute in column B, so the positive things about this character type. And then the shadow attributes or the negative attributes about this character type. And then in the random columns, so columns D, E, and F, you have the protagonist, the antagonist, and a sidekick. And the formula is up in the bar, so you can see what the formula is. And so in order to change it, you should just hit either space or enter, and it will go blank for a second, and then it will regenerate, and it will be a different set. So that is how you do it. And if you accidentally clear this one out, the same formula is in all three of these boxes, so you should be able to easily get it back. So that is the screen. That's how I've been using it since I discovered the problematic visuals for me and for, I hope, a lot of other people. So I no longer use the cards other than to sort of like tell people about the fact that like you can do things like this to generate story ideas. So instead I use the Excel sheet or the now Google Sheet for you. So that should create a copy for you to have in your own Google Drive. That way everybody has their own. So there you go. Let's see. So it seems to work for both Megan and Mr. P. So I'm glad to know that the link works properly. So yay. So Lizzie got 750. Yay, your best sprint ever. That's awesome. I'm glad that it worked for you. Kai got 623. Ooh, Alicia read about 40 pages. Wow, nice. And Laura is congratulating Lizzie on their best sprint yet. Alicia says, thanks for the link. You're welcome. You're welcome. Lizzie says, thanks, Laura. Nor, total for today, 2 hours, 15 minutes. Excellent. That is a nice chunk of time. So 530, Angie got the spreadsheet. Great. Great. Momo, hello. And it works perfectly. Fantastic. That's what I like to hear. I'm always with technology. I'm like, are you going to work for me today? Let's see, 161. And you had to name several malicious spirits of the wind. Ooh, if I had to name spirits of the wind, I would probably go to Shakespeare's Tempest. That's like where my brain would go for that. At least initially. I might then choose some other names, but my initial instinct is like the Tempest. Kai, that sounds fun for Charlie. Yes, it does. Petra got 611 and got a good scene out of it. Excellent. You love your world and you hope others do as well. I hope so too. It sounds cool. I like doing spreadsheets for that kind of stuff because I was tired of looking at those problematic images, and I was just like, I just want to be able to randomly like click one or two buttons and be able to randomly have all three picked for me. So it's very cool. And it forces you to really think of how you're going to create the story, because if you have the protagonist as the bully character, then you have to think about how you are going to redeem the bully. And how you make them realize that bullying is wrong, and how do you fix that? Or when you have the angel as the antagonist, then you have to sort of like figure out, oh, okay, so is this an actual angel, or is this a person who is pretending to be angelic but is really, really nasty inside? So it gives you a starting point to jump off of. So that is what I love about doing that aspect of the story generator. So Momo got 362 words, which is great. Nor says, does anybody know if other streams are happening today? I don't know if people are taking a break after Evergreen, but I know that Word Stitch usually has one about 4 o'clock. And then I think Emily Bourne is doing one about 6, either 5:30 or 6:30 Eastern time. And then Austin has one at, Austin K has one at 8 p.m. And I love Austin's. I try to attend hers every week because she has the stretches for your hands, fingers, necks. And so she was doing the hand health panel at the Evergreen Writing Oasis. And I love doing that with her. And her vibe is just so chill. And I don't know what it is, but I love going to like really chill people's streams and like just talking with really chill people. And it's probably because I'm like never really real chill. I can get like hyper or like super nerdy at the drop of a hat. And so like I really always sort of like envy and aspire to be that really chill person that people want to just come hang out with. Because that's the kind of vibe that one of my favorite aunts, 2 of my favorite aunts, sort of give off, is that just like, yeah, I'm relaxed, I'm chill, we can do whatever, like just whatever floats your boat, it's gonna. So I love that sort of chill vibe that Austin has. So yes, Emily has one at about 2.5 hours, and Austin has one later. So yes. And then Keep Faith Baby is streaming right now, so we can hop over to her channel as well, which is great. Lizzie says, your sister keeps bugging you about some runaway lizard, so you'll be popping in and out. Ooh, my dad once trained a lizard by catching flies. This was in Florida in like a long time ago. So he called it Lizzie the lizard, which is also kind of, and he trained it. And so he would tap on the screen, and so she would come running. So you can apparently train little lizards. Who knew? That took a while, but you got the video ready to post. Yay. Gonna go do that before the Word Stitch streams. So, okay, excellent. So they are all streaming today, which is great, because then there are plenty of streams to go to. Finish your sentence. Like, really. All righty. So thank you for joining me today. My name is Jules. I'm the Dawdling Writer, and you didn't dawdle today. You got a lot of work done, which is awesome. And so did I. So yay. Don't forget to save your document. drink some water, and have a good rest of the day. Bye.